Hello, friends, welcome back. Wish you all a very happy Independence Day. Friends, last week the market had closed at 11,200 and we had expected the market to cross 11,350, and it did till Thursday. On Thursday evening, we saw a bit of selling which made the market come back to 11,300 levels. Those of you who did the butterfly that we had suggested would have made decent profits. Friday too, the markets were range bound, but post the lunch session, market suddenly saw a big selling and market closed negative for the week. Nothing much, about 0.3% less, but they closed below 11,200. What were the reasons that market went down? One of the key reasons was the AGR issue that the Supreme Court was hearing. That is now slated for Monday. That caused a lot of uncertainty in the market and possibly was one of the reasons why markets went down. Is this a change of trend, or is it still a buy on dips market? What are the option strategy we are suggesting this week? What are the events that could drive markets next week? Let's see all this in the video. So friends, as usual, let's have a quick review of what happened in the previous week. The Nifty was range bound between 11,110 and 11,370, which is almost 250 point movement for the entire week, most of it which came last Friday. The market finally closed about 11,178, which is down about 0.3%. No major damage, but closed negative. The Bank Nifty, as usual, moved in a 1,000-point range, 21,450 to 22,450, and closed about 0.5% negative at 21,679. The surprising thing was the mid cap and small cap outperformance. We've seen a lot of action in mid cap and small caps, and they both ended up positive about 2% each in a weak market. The VIX was largely unchanged. It shot up during the end of the week on Friday, but overall it was virtually unchanged. If you look at the markets, one of the key reasons, like I was saying, was the AGR verdict, which got postponed twice this week and now is slated for Monday. There was good news for the government. 57,000 crores is what RBI would be giving as dividend to the government of India. Reliance has some positive news still coming. It's in talks taking over the operations of TikTok in the country. And also Saudi Aramco says that the deal is still on. Valuations are going on. As far as quarterly results go, most of the results are already over for the frontline stocks. Next week, we have results of Petronet, Z, Catholic Syrian Bank, etc. If you look at the global markets, which have a deep influence on the Indian markets these days, the S&P is almost at all-time highs. Is that an indication that India also could be moving at all-time highs? Only time can tell us. The US stimulus hope, which has been on for the last few weeks, seems to get stuck in politics between the Republicans and the Democrats, and we have to wait and see what will happen. US-China representatives meet this week to review the trade deal, which will have an impact on the markets on Monday. On 19th August, there is a OPEC meeting, which again could impact crude prices. But the big event for the next week is the AGR due hearing of telecom companies by the Supreme Court. Bharti Airtel and Idea will have deep impact of this judgment, and banks which have lent to these companies will also have an impact. That the AGR dues have to be cleared is a given. It's already decided. The only debating point is the time that the telecom companies should be allowed. The telecom companies were initially asking for 20 years. They wilted it down to 15 years. And now that the hearing is whether it should be 10 years or 15 years. That's something which we will know next week, and that will have an impact on the market. Another good news could be coming from the telecom companies. that they could be hiring mobile tariffs by about, they could be hiking it by around 5 to 10% in the next quarter, which will be positive for telecom companies. If you look at the FII and DII action, FIIs were net buyers for the week. They purchased shares worth about 2,100 crores, whereas Indian institutions sold about 4,400 crores. So net about 2,300 crores worth of buying has happened this week. This is for the entire week, Monday to Friday. Let's now come to the charts. What you can see is all these candles were very narrow candles. Hardly any movements during the day during these few days. But on Friday, we saw a large bearish candle. What you notice here is that the crossover, the 513 crossover that we follow, it has not yet gone into negative. The crossover still continues to be positive. So till it goes negative, we will assume that the trend is not reversed and the medium term trend is still positive. And we would continue to be bullish till the markets are above 11,050 to 11,100. If the market goes below that, then we could possibly see a movement towards about 10,800 levels. 10,800, 850 levels could be seen if the market goes below 11,050, 11,100 range. If we look at the weekly charts, again, last 4 weeks markets have been in a reasonably consolidating range, but there is a red candle now indicating a cautious stand for the week. If you look at the moving averages are still on the positive side. So the trend still seems to be intact. The market is kind of continuing a higher high, higher low pattern. So while we need to be cautious, we would still assume that the uptrend is not broken as long as market trades at least above 11,100, below which we could see a correction of about 200-250 points. Coming to Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty has generally been underperforming Nifty for a long time now. 513 crossover is not yet happened on the negative side, but is on the verge. It has a reasonably strong support at 21,000, and only if it goes below 21,450, we would consider it to be bearish, and that too it has support about 21,000. The nearest resistance would be at about 22,350, around this range. This would be the first resistance for the Bank Nifty. If you look at the weekly charts, that is an interesting chart. For the last 8 weeks, we're talking about 2 months, markets have been, the Bank Nifty has been consolidating at more or less a 2,000 point range between 21,000 and 23,000. And a breakout or breakdown from here is imminent. We would be more looking at a breakout rather than a breakdown. However, if the market closes below 21,000, then there could be further damage. But till then, the trend, as long as Bank Nifty trades above 21,500, the bias could be bullish. So to summarize the outlook for the Nifty has an immediate support at about 11,100, 11,080, below which the next support would be 10,880. The resistance for Nifty would be 11,350. Bank Nifty, if it trades and sustains below 21,450 next week, it could touch 21,000, and below that the next support comes only at around 20,100 levels. 22,350 will act as an immediate resistance. But as long as the market is trading about 21,500, we would be bullish on Bank Nifty. Now let's look at what could be done in options next week. What we would prefer is a bearish broken wing butterfly. The name is not important. What is important is the action. This is it's a butterfly with a small difference. So under this, what you would do is you would buy 11,150 put, which is now quoting at about 88 rupees. And you would sell 2 puts of 10,950, which is quoting at about 35 rupees 50 paisa. And to cover it, you would buy a put of 10,850. So here the gap is 200, but here the gap is only 100. The advantage with this is if the market goes down, however down it goes, you are assured of a reasonable profit here. But if the market goes up beyond this point, then you will have a loss. The advantage with strategy is that the maximum profit is about 12,000 rupees and the maximum loss is about 3,000 rupees. There's a small correction here, there's a typo error here. The profit is 12,000 and the loss is 3,000. But if the market goes down, you will still make a decent amount of money. The chart that we've liked this week is REC Limited. The current price of it is about 108 rupees. But if this fall brings it down to about 105 rupees, it could be a interesting share to look at. This is more for the medium to long term. And we would expect a return of maybe 25-30% over the next 1 year. It looks like a good chart with government's thrust on rural. It makes sense to be investing in this stock at about 105. So that's it, friends. That's from me. If you've liked the video, please do subscribe to the channel and please do share the video with your friends. Thank you.